Patient is lying prone on procedure bed and you have already planned to perform a lumbar spine pain intervention. Now this is emitter, this is the receiver, and this is the X-ray beam direction. So we are ready to take an AP image of the spine. First step of all lumbosacral intervention is to obtain a true AP view image of the spine. And what does that mean? It means only two steps. Pedicle to spinous process distance equal in both sides, I mean right and left. And vertebral end plate you will view as a straight line. First, you imagine the curvature of the spine in the patient's body in this patient position. Conceptually, a true AP view means seeing the whole vertebra at 90-degree angulation. Here seeing means with the X-ray beam. Here the blue color represents the C-arm beam and the desk represents the vertebral body. So you can see beam when falls at 90-degree angulation, that is acceptable. It should not be tilted either cranially or caudally or side by side. Remember, the term true AP view concerns a single vertebra or even a part of the vertebra. For example, a single end plate. It does not apply to the whole spine because you cannot see a curved structure at 90-degree at all points at the same time. Let us identify the structures in a 3D spine model and a CM picture. So S represents the spinous process. Here P represents the pedicular areas, more or less an end-on view of the pedicle. And T represents the transverse processes. So let us check what happens to the pedicle spinous process distance when the beam is angulated. First, observe the movement in a 3D anatomy software. You see the spinous process and pedicle distance increases and decreases in one side and then in other side. So it doesn't remain equal in both the sides. Now observe the same change in a CM picture, in a X-ray picture. Okay, so here also you see the spinous process pedicle distance increased in the right side first, then gradually with the opposite direction it will increase in the left side. Okay, note the end plate shape change with the craniocaudal movement of the CM receiver. First, again you observe in a 3D software. From a straight line, it will become an oval. So you see the upper end plate, it has become an oval structure. From earlier it was a straight line. Now again with the angulation, you see the lower end plate has become an oval. Now the same thing you can see with the CM. So here you see the lower end plate which is becoming oval gradually, and then with the opposite movement it will cross the position of straight line and again it will become oval. So confusion arises, which way to move the CM receiver, cranial or caudal? Do you really need to memorize it? No, just try to imagine the spine orientation in a patient's body. So here you see blue line represents end plate direction and red line represents X-ray beam. First, consider the middle one where both the lines are parallel. Middle one means number 2. So both the lines are parallel. So the end plate surface looks as a straight line. But in other two cases, the lines are not parallel. So the end plate looks as an oval. So to make the lines parallel, you need to move the receiver either cranially or caudally. For end plate number 1, receiver moves caudally so that red line and blue line becomes parallel, and the opposite occurs with the line number 3. So we need this picture. In AP view, pedicle spinous process distance same and end plates are straight line. Question for the visitors. In a particular vertebra, both the upper and lower end plate always become straight line together, right or wrong? Think not possible to explain in 5 minutes. Join Asian Pain Academy to learn the pain procedures in depth. Thanks.